So I want to talk a little bit about your dad. I know how
Yeah.
influential he's been in your life. Jeff, he was a fifth-round pick from Minnesota Twins,
Yeah.
played 4 years in the minors. What influence and how has he impacted your life and your game?
Yeah, huge influence. Obviously, as a young kid, I wanted to follow in his footsteps, get drafted. I was fortunate enough to, he was a big hitter in Delaware, and a couple injuries in the minor leagues, sidetracked the show. But growing up, just looking up to him, anytime I needed to, flips in the yard, wiffle ball, he was there. And probably about 10 or 11, he was my coach all the way up to there, and then after that, he just kind of let me go.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I think that was the best thing for me because, obviously you get a lot of pressure. You want to do so great for your dad.
Mm-hmm.
You love him so much, and I think, when he let me go and just be myself and don't have to worry about him, coaching me. Obviously, he, tells me, tips here and there. Even to this day, it's just.
You talk to him daily, almost?
Talk to him daily. Just. He sees it. He knows how hard this game is, and he knows when I'm going good, and when I'm struggling. So it's always good to get that text after a game, and seeing that little boost up. So
Yeah. So you played shortstop coming up. You pitched. You threw a no-hitter.
Yeah.
Any aspirations at any point to say, hey, I want to do both, like your teammate Ohtani?
No chance. One's hard enough. I don't know how he's. Obviously. He's hitting the ball, 400, 500 feet in BP, and the homers in the games, and it's hard to tell yourself that he still throws 100. It's pretty impressive. But no, center field's good for me.
6-1.
Yeah, high school was fun. You obviously want to pitch and play all the positions, but now it's fun to play center.
So Jessica, 11 years, your better half.
Yeah.
Finally married.
Yeah.
Has your life changed at all?
Hasn't changed it one bit. It's obviously baseball is great, but coming home to my wife and the dog, can't be anything better than that. So she's been there since day one. Like I said, she just texted me and said it's been 7 years, I guess, since I've been called up. And
congrats.
Thank you. And she thought the day when I got called up from AA, remember it, just like it was yesterday. So it's been a great, crazy. Fun, 7 years, obviously married, last year and, or this year, or last year. And, it was a long time coming.
Yeah.
I met her in high school, and, we just, became best friends, and, she's my better half.
That's awesome. I follow you on social media, and I love all the things you guys got going on.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, this is pretty interesting. In LA, this area, you have three of the biggest stars in the whole world in sports, right? You have Clayton Kershaw, who you're playing against tonight. You have LeBron James and Mike Trout. If you think about baseball, it's just a fun question. If I can make Mike Trout the commissioner for one day, what do we do to make the game better and publicize it more domestically and globally?
Wow. Put me on the spot.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know, advertising or anything, but I think players should, when we had the Players Weekend, I think that was cool. I think fans enjoyed that. I think wearing what you want, it's so much, based with team colors. You got to wear this on your cleats. You got to wear that. Some guys wanted to wear, the Puerto Rican flag on their arm. Guys from Puerto Rico, and sometimes you aren't allowed to wear that, and you get, emails and letters saying, you get a warning. I think you should be able to just go out there and be yourself, show your true colors. Don't have to worry about, hey, if I'm going to get fined tonight. Just be yourself.
So more personality.
More personality. I like that.
And as far as the game, you've heard rumors about shifts. You've heard rumors about limiting pitches and all. Where do you stand on that? I mean, I think your word is so important in our game.
Yeah. Obviously as a hitter, no one likes to shift.
Yeah.
But it is what it is nowadays. I think it's taking away from the offensive side a little bit. For instance, like Albert. Yeah. I think he's leading the league in hardest hit balls, in play that are outs. And they're shifting them on the left side, the whole time, and he's getting a lot of hits taken away. Yeah. And I think fans want to see offense. Yeah. Obviously, you want to see a great pitching duel, here and there, but fans want to see a lot of offense. And I think that's what will bring more fans in. And I don't know, taking a shift away. A lot of people say as a hitter you don't want to shift. Yeah. But sometimes they pull me and I'm late on the fastball and I hit a dribbler or second base and it's a hit. But it's a lot of talk right now about that.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
So I have to talk hitting with Mike Trout, right? I mean, how can you not? This one I want to really dedicate to all the youngsters out there, because you are the best player in the world in baseball. I want to just share with all the youngsters out there a little bit about your routine. 7 o'clock game, what time are you here, and what are you doing when you get here?
Okay, so last couple weeks, I haven't really been hitting BP on the field. So for me, sometimes it hurts me to go out in the field and hit BP, because I try to hit the ball so far and so long and try to get too big. So in the cage I have, and it's not rushed. You get, 5-7 swings, and it's, you're trying to work on some things, and 4 rounds you might not be able to get your stuff done. So I come in here, I put a ball on the tee, middle of the plate, probably about, right down the middle. Yeah. Just try to stay up the middle. And first swing of the day, I know, if you're rolling the ball over to the left side, you gotta stay through the ball more, and just get in my swing path. And my swing is all inside out. And for me is, if I try to stay up the middle the whole time and just react to the balls in. Everybody's pitching me up and in, and there's things you gotta, adjust to. But for me, it's just staying up the middle and keeping it simple.
So how many would you say you take? How many swings?
Yeah.
And when you're trying to hit them to the back of the batting cage, are you trying to fade it or are you trying to hook it, and why?
Yeah. Well, with my inside out swing, it's kind of, I don't want to fade it too much or hook it too much. I just want to stay true up the middle. Up top of the screen. Line drive. You try to come in here and avoid that rollover, avoid the hooking, or avoid the pop up on top of the cage. So I come in. It depends. Some days it's 5 swings just to get loose, 10 swings maybe. If I'm, I try to hit about 5 or 6 good ones in a row, and then I'll switch to flips.
So how many flips?
Flips, I'll go. Like I said, it varies each and every day. I'll go first. 10, I'll do away, try to hit the ball the other way. And then I do a front hip drill, which I stand here and, they flip me a ball on my front hip, and I'm, trying to, instead of flying open, keeping this hip there and, hitting against my front side and, pulling the ball. So it varies each and every day. And then after that, I'll go to a live arm. I'll take probably, 2-3 rounds of that. And then after that, I hit breaking balls. So if it's a righty, I'll hit righties, and then lefty, I'll hit lefty.
And how many breaking balls?
It depends. I'll take probably, 2 or 3 rounds breaking balls, and then like tonight we got wood. So I'll come in here hit lefty breaking balls, just to, it could some days it could be 5 swings. You feel good. You don't want to overdo yourself. Some days you're in here battling,
trying to find it.
Yeah, trying to find it. But it's a battle, because you want to keep that same swing. And you know this. It's a crazy game. You go 4-4 one game, and the next day you're like, man, where'd my swing go? So it's tough. So
where are you in lifting during the season? You doing it before the game or after?
Before the game. Before the game.
Around what time?
Once a series. I'll go probably about 30-45 minutes before stretch. Get in there, loosen up, then I'll go out to stretch, and then go out throw, and then come in for probably, I'd say about an hour and a half before the game. I get in the hot tub, loosen up my legs, and then I'll come down to the cage.
There you go, hot tub. I got 2 on hitting, and then we'll let you go, Mike. Thanks for your time. Can you explain to me, again, this is for the youngsters at home and people that love hitting. Can you explain to me why you're so good with this pitch down here, and why, by the way, I was exactly the same way. Yeah. So I have my answers. I would like to hear yours. And why this is more of a challenge for you.
Yeah. My swing path is just straight down the ball, inside out, and the ball's up. It seems like, I think, a few years ago they started pitching me up. And it's tough because the ball looks so good. And, you just swing through it, because my swing is, is inside out.
Show it to me in slow motion.
So, everything's, right here, you don't want to chicken wing.
One of these guys right here.
You don't want to chicken wing everything, but where my hands are, I go straight down to the ball, and I'm just straight down. So it's hard for me to get on top of that ball and still hit that pitch
That's
down
me
low.
in slow motion again?
Yeah.
For the kids at home to get.
So I'm up here tall, and the ball's down low.
slow.
I'm just coming down to it.
Boom. So it's just almost like you have the golf club and you just drop
Exactly.
the head
I'm
on
just and that's just my swing. It's been my swing since I was a little kid. I haven't changed it. You know, to try to get better at that pitch is the high tee drill.
So show me the challenge when you try to hit the ball. I mean, obviously it's a natural drop.
Yeah.
And then what do you do for this one?
It's just trying to, you know, stay on top of that opposed to, you know, chicken wing it and you're gonna, you know, foul it off. Biggest thing I do a lot too. Some days I mix it in with my flips. I'll do high ball. So they'll throw it literally. You know, I almost have to jump for it, but you know, get up there and I'm literally going like this just to try to get on top of that ball. And you know, pitchers nowadays they're throwing me up. Everybody's, you know, throwing that 4-seam fastball up. You know, it's a tough pitch.
You know, it's funny, Mike. When I first started, my first swings would be right there, and I would literally try to hit the ball right
Straight down.
there.
Yep.
And I got that from Bonds, because he wanted to make sure this shoulder here didn't dip.
Dip. Because if it dips, it's going to go straight
It's so much easier to work from high to low than from low to high. And here's the other problem is this ball, when you first entered the league, was a ball.
Yeah.
Now they're calling the high strike.
Strikes, yeah.
Which now you have to kind of adjust. I know you've had to adjust, and I had to adjust a little bit towards the end. Yeah, man. Thanks, man. This is awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Andy, anything else?
Perfect.
Great. Thanks.
Sweet. No
All right,
problem.
brother.
Thank you.
Awesome.